Okay, Matt, I'll go to you first.
Oh,
So the Matsuyama to Justin Thomas range, what are you liking here?
I mean, again, this is like picking between my children, honestly. Like, these five guys are some of my favorites, other than Hideki, which scares the shit out of me because obviously, last 4 years, no worse than a fourth place finish. I think that sounds right, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's something that you can't avoid. He's going to be wildly owned, I would imagine. Just looking at, it's early, but looking at fan share, he's definitely already sort of lapping the field a bit. Outside of that, I mean, God, I really have to see how I think ownership's going to shake out. I'm hoping that Fowler goes a little bit under-owned because I think he's one of those guys. I think I tweeted it today. He's one of those guys that can just sort of snap into form, like, out of nowhere. And I think that if he goes a little bit under-owned in this range at that price, I think he could be a pretty decent GPP play. But I don't really have, I mean, I know I'm supposed to have like a take or something, but I don't really have like a strong take against any of these guys. I mean, if you want to say maybe JT because he missed the last two cuts here, but I don't know. Jimmy, are you strongly against anybody up here?
I am anti-Spieth on this tournament, which probably means he's going to win. So just disclosure there. But I think, and I'm not really anti-Spieth. I think he's probably just the guy that I'm not gravitating to here more than anything else. What we've seen early in the season is a bit concerning to me, given what we expect from Spieth and sort of what his price tag dictates. He's always done kind of okay here. He hasn't done like exceptionally well, but he's like, I don't expect him to miss the cut. I expect him to finish inside the top 25. I probably expect him to finish inside the top 20. He's a prolific scorer, but we've seen his putting be off a little bit. His approach game's still in order, but one of the things that I always kind of go back to with Spieth is he needs a lot of room off the tee to kind of operate. I've just sort of learned that over the years, maybe more so than the average width fairways and such. And this course doesn't really set up for that. His approach game, if he finds the fairway, he's gonna cash in with his approaches. But I worry about him maybe finding the fairway a little bit here at this course, and his putter hasn't been helping him score at all. Rahm is maybe a bit concerning to me if you're looking for a reason to fade somebody. It's his college hometown. I mean, I don't know about you, but when I go back to my college hometown, I get fucking hammered. So just kind of wondering if maybe Rahm is not going to be, especially, I mean, if I had Rahm's girlfriend, I wouldn't be focused at all. But since I don't,
but that's like any town though, right? Like that's not really town specific. Like,
no, but I just in general,
well,
like they probably, I'm assuming she's from there, and anyway. But we also saw Rahm kind of fade over the weekend in tough conditions. Yeah. I wonder if Rahm's maybe just a little bit burned out at the moment. It's hard to fade the guy. I mean, I like them all, but I think the guy that I'm maybe most interested in because I play most GPPs is Justin Thomas. I expect him to make the cut. I'm not really too concerned about the two previous miscuts, especially last year. He was coming off that really hot Hawaii swing and everything, and so I don't really mind the miscut last year. He posted a 17th here, 2 years ago, I think. So his strokes gained approach kind of peaked back up at Sony, and as he kind of rounded into a better finish than we would have expected probably on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. So I kind of like Justin Thomas at probably the lowest ownership of this group and probably the most upside in terms of DraftKings points scored. Otherwise, it's Decky. So top or bottom of this range is probably where I'll go. Ricky's interesting to me, but I'll probably focus on Decky and JT.
How about you, Moose?
Well, I wanted to ask him a little bit more about Spieth because Spieth, I've got him playing here twice before, and he's got a 9th and a 7th, and he's in better form now going in than he has been in either of those other two. So that would just be my one thing. And by the way, the simulator picked him to win.
I know it really bothers me. The simulator likes Spieth as much as it does.
Yep. So.
And for what it's worth, the model that I referenced before with top 25 that I built for the last 3 rounds or the last 3 events, he ranks first. And a little bit longer term, last 8 rounds or last 8 events rather, he ranks second in that model. So
fine. You know what? Spieth is going to win the golf tournament. That's fine. Listen, I am biased. I'm not a huge fan of Spieth. He shouldn't have won the British last year with that garbage from the driving range. I'm just not a fan, and I want to find a reason not to like him. Okay.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's just you were talking about worried about.
You're 100% right though, and it was a biased answer that I gave, and it is accurate to point out that he's probably the best play on this board.
And to be fair, also like if you have a strong take in a GPP, just like take a stand and go after it, because random shit happens all the time. Like it's golf, so it's definitely in the range of possibilities where he just ejects on Friday and everybody's left holding the bag. So just
you're also not going to win a GPP by picking Jordan Spieth,
right?
So
probably. I mean,
like you can have him on your lineup, but you're going to need something else somewhere along the way there. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's not going to be your key. You're like, oh yeah, Jordan's on my lineup. We're good.
So aside from Spieth, Moose, what else are you thinking up there? Are you on Thomas at all? Or are you more on Fowler, thinking he's going to bounce back?
Well, so
he likes this event.
Well, Thomas is by far the lowest owned so far as Fantasy National has it projected. We have him sub 15%, where everybody else is, in this, 5-digit range is significantly more. I'm going to play all 5 of them. I'll be more heavy on probably Spieth and Rahm because I'm not going to try to get too smart. I'll probably fade Hideki a little bit just because I think there's going to be a lot of ownership going his way. It's won twice in the past, and if he does it 3 in a row, good on him. But
has anybody ever won 3 tournaments in a row? It's not terribly important. I was just curious if it's ever been done. Just as we mention it.
I'm sure Tiger's won WGCs.
Yeah, you're probably right. He probably has at Firestone.
Yeah. So I could look that up.
Anyway, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
That'd be a really boring podcast.
It was more like a squirrel type of thought. It was like squirrel, and I had to say something.
What? Yeah. My guess is yes, and my guess is the answer is Tiger.
I think those are both safe guesses.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if it's any consolation, my guy's Jordan Spieth here. Although I'll also go Ricky Fowler.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That depends on which week we're talking about. There's some weeks where these takes are.
It's going to be a great play this week. I mean, with him missing the cut in notorious fashion last week.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, he's done that the last 2 years, and in the last 2 years of this tournament, he's put in 2 top 5s.
Mm-hmm.
See, there you go. So maybe I have some logic here.
There we go.
Yeah.
We'll
see. Yeah, I think that would be really hard to take a stand on any 1 or 2 of these guys. That's why I'm probably just going to have a little bit of them in all my lineups. Try to differentiate myself elsewhere.
And you can grab 2 of them too. With pricing the way it is this week, we'll get down to some people where you can probably grab 2 of these guys. And you might need to because, the last couple of years it's been Decky Fowler.